is from a first-of-its-kind coalition that envisions a Minnesota that is dramatically more inclusive, just, racially equitable, and climate ready. Please help me welcome the CEO of the McKnight Foundation, Tonya Allen, and the CEO of GroundBreak, Jeanne Crain.
Following the murder of George Floyd, this region came together around a new commitment to act boldly to create a more equitable economy. And around this simple idea, which I might add is really difficult to do things differently together to get different results for our region. In 2022, the GroundBreak Coalition was launched in that spirit to do better, to do different, and to be bolder. We know that the Twin Cities can't reach its full potential until every resident has an opportunity to achieve their own full potential. And that is what GroundBreak Coalition is about, fundamentally changing how money flows in the region to build wealth and create a more equitable, climate-ready, and prosperous region for all. And we have to do this by first setting universal goals so that we make sure that every person, regardless of whatever race they are thriving. Like every race, every person has an ability to own a home. 70% of the population should be able to own a home. Businesses, owners must match the demographic percentages of the populations. Every neighborhood is thriving with commerce. Every resident has access to affordable housing. And in order for us to be able to meet these universal goals, we have to have targeted strategies. And as my colleague, Susan Bass-Roberts, president of POLAD Foundation and a GroundBreak leader says, our region has used race to exclude people from wealth-building opportunities. So race must be used to purposely include people going forward. So we're starting our targeted strategies with Black families. This is the place where we see great aspiration and we also see disappointing disparities. And we have 4 big goals that we want to achieve over the next 10 years. We want 11,000 new Black homeowners. We want 5,000 new Black entrepreneurs who can create 8,000 jobs. We want 60 Black-led neighborhood commercial development projects throughout our region, and we want 23,000 affordable housing units. Now, in order to achieve these goals, we need capital, lots of capital, which our region has. And we believe that our region can redirect that capital to the tune of $5.3 billion over the next 10 years, that we would have flexible capital and lending that would allow us to make these opportunities available. Now, what's different about GroundBreak is that we're harnessing economic development forces to deliver community development goals. It's the community's plan, and it's us, institutional and corporate capital, that is going to deliver it for them. Many of you in here are actually already involved in GroundBreak. The coalition is made up of dozens of companies, banks, civic organizations, foundations like McKnight, and nonprofits who have worked together in many ways that we've ever worked before. And we need to do more of that, and we need more people to join us. Because if we have more, we expand the pie for all of us. Now, we've been working together since last year when I stood on this stage, and I started off my talk asking you, what if we dreamed? What if we made something possible? And I will tell you, since that time, GroundBreak, we've heard from people who have said that GroundBreak is too bold, it's too complex, that it could never be done. Getting financial institutions to engage in cooperation to make it easier for people to access capital in a consistent, equitable way at scale is impossible. Well, I have to tell you, one of my favorite quotes by Nelson Mandela is this: "It always seems impossible until it's done." And GroundBreak is well on its way to getting it done. So I'm excited to say that this fall, our coalition gathered just blocks from 38th in Chicago to announce we raised just shy of $1 billion in private capital to accomplish our goals. And the whole time we were celebrating that $1 billion, you know what I was thinking? We need 5.3. So we're actively in the process of raising more capital and seeking more investors. And that's why I'm so pleased to be with my partner here, Jeanne Crain.
Thanks, Tonya. All right. Okay, can we say that number one more time? $1 billion, we've reached it. And I know many of you here were a part of that accomplishment, and so it's just something that is so welcome, but as Tonya said, we still have a little bit of a distance to go. Everyone here knows just how important and urgent this work is, and that's why GroundBreak's work is just so inspiring. This is a strategy that is both aspirational and it's goal-oriented, and it's bringing us together as a community to think big, to solve big problems. Bremer, along with many other financial institutions, was an early partner in this effort. We know we have the ability and frankly the responsibility as a financial institution to invest in this effort to help impact and address systemic racism and inequalities that have existed. Many of these inequalities have been led and endorsed by financial institutions historically. And I'm proud to share that after spending a lot of thoughtful time to better understand various barriers to Black home ownership, the banks involved in a pilot for a GroundBreak certified first mortgage product are ready to take it to market. This is a product that has flexible underwriting terms. It offers the opportunity for down payment assistance, initially through grant dollars, and it's being delivered, most importantly, with a focus on cultural acumen and responsiveness to help build trust in the financial system. This pilot is important because it will help us learn and evolve both the product and the process to meet the end goal of a broad, GroundBreak certified first mortgage product by multiple institutions across our entire community. And then given the success with the home ownership work, over the next 6 months, there are several financial institutions, again, coming together to work with GroundBreak to develop a similar understanding of the existing landscape of the financial solutions to better serve entrepreneurs and small business owners of color. And while I offer my perspective as a leader of a financial services organization, the beauty of GroundBreak is that we can all get involved. This effort emphasizes a shared responsibility by both private and public organizations that have the capital or can direct the capital to address systemic barriers. And what I really admire about GroundBreak is that it is a comprehensive approach focused on creating new generations of homeowners and business owners, and with the goal of generating wealth for many in our community where that opportunity has been missing. And as Tonya said, GroundBreak has big goals, and we are all still very welcome to help make a real difference and permanent change. So thank you, Tonya, for the opportunity to join you in this work. Thank you for the opportunity to be part of the conversation with you tonight. And thank you to all who are here and continue to invest in our incredible Twin Cities region.
this is why I love Jeanne. So I want to say thank you to Jeanne and to Brimmer for their leadership. And I want to thank all of the leaders in the coalition and all of those that are here. So I want to say, over the next year, GroundBreak is continuing to actively raise capital and find investors. Now, what does that mean? We're looking for people who are interested in using their balance sheet for guarantees, people who are interested or capable of providing low-cost capital, or people who are interested in making possibly grants or one-time investments to help families achieve their dreams. Now, this requires an additional $4 billion. We're not asking any of you for $1 billion or for $4 billion. What we're asking for is for everybody to do their share. So we got a lot to raise. Did I mention that? We got a lot to raise, but it is possible. And so within our region, we can do it, and we can also do it nationally. People are looking at us, they're inspired by us, and they too want to contribute to us. And so we're building the internal systems that will allow us to start moving that capital out the door in this coming year. A year from now, we want to be able to say that we are a stronger collective. We are a stronger region because we've built together, we've learned together, we have delivered results for our people in this region and beyond. So I leave you with this question. Have you ever done the impossible? If you haven't, roll up your sleeves, because it's about time. Thank you.